Hey guys, Miss Placeri here. Just wanted to give you guys an update on our AP exam and some of the changes that are coming up. I know some of you have had questions and been asking me some things about this. So here's everything I know information from College Board. So as we go through here, our exam is on May 19th. And it is going to be taken at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Okay, the exam's taken at the same time worldwide. Okay, so everybody who's taking the AP psychology exam will be online taking the exam at the exact same time. I know that May 19th is after our current out of school until May 15th deadline, but I'm going to assume at this point that we're going to be taking this from home. If not, if we're back in school by that point, we'll figure it out. We'll deal with the 2 p.m. time frame and all of that. More to come on that. But at this point, I think you need to be planning on being prepared to take this exam from home. There are late testing dates that we can request for extreme circumstances. So if there's issues, problems, you're sick, somebody in your family is sick, things like that, we can arrange that. Also, testing modifications will be incorporated. Those of you who have modifications know you have modifications. That's something that you get on all your tests that you take. If you're unsure of that, what you need to do is you need to shoot an email to Miss Sides, S-I-D-E-S. You can find Miss Sides' email on the CHS webpage. She's our testing coordinator, and she's the one who is in charge of requesting all of those modifications from College Board. So you need to coordinate with her. Again, that's Miss Sides, and you can find her email on the Concord High School website. Okay. How are we going to take the test at home? How is this going to work? You're going to take your test from home. It will be 45 minutes total. So it's an amended test. Originally, the test was 2 hours long. It's going to be 45 minutes this year. There'll be a timer on the site where you access the question, and more to come on that later. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work yet, but you will have a timer that'll tell you exactly how much time you have left, how much time you've used. You can turn it on or off. Some of you, the time makes you anxious. I get that, but I recommend that you keep that timer on so you can keep track. You can access the test according to College Board on any type of electronic device. So you could access it on your phone, you could access it on your computer, you could access it on a tablet, an iPad, something like that. The only stipulation there is whatever device you use to access the question from College Board is the device you have to submit your work on. So if you download the question on your laptop, you can't then go type your answers on your phone. So make sure that you have a device that you're comfortable using to do a written response. Also, College Board has said that you'll be able to type your response, but also if you are more comfortable handwriting your response, you'll be able to handwrite it as well. Take a picture on your phone and then upload it to Google Drive, and you'll be able to upload that photo to your test. So you've got options here. Okay. All right, so what's going to be on the test? What's the test going to look like? All right, so you are going to have 2 FRQs in 45 minutes. Question 1 is going to be worth 55% of your score. You're going to have 25 minutes to read and respond to that question. And then you'll have 5 minutes, 5 minutes to upload your answer. Okay, so it's a quick process. You're going to write really quickly, and then you're only going to have about 5 minutes to upload your response. Once that 5 minutes is up and you've uploaded your response, you'll move on to question 2, which is going to be 45% of your exam grade. And you'll have 15 minutes to respond to that question. Presumably it will be a shorter FRQ that won't have as many points to respond to. And then you'll have 5 minutes to upload that one as well. Important to understand that you may not go back to question 1 after you have submitted it. So you've got 25 minutes, question 1, submit, over, done with, can't go back and look at it. 15 minutes on question 2, submit, can't go back and look at it. Even if you don't use all of your time on question 2, you still can't go back and edit question 1. Okay, so it's going to be quick. You're going to have to work quickly and have sort of a comfort level using the technology you're using. So I suggest that you use, if you're used to doing your assignments on your computer, use your computer. If you're used to doing your assignments on your iPad, use your iPad. If you always do your schoolwork on your phone, then you're comfortable doing it on your phone. Okay. So the questions, what's going to be on the test? The test this year is going to cover units 1 through 7. And unit 7 is motivation, emotion, stress, personality, the unit we're in right now. So by the end of this week, if you've kept up with all your reading and your work, you will have covered all of the content that you need to know for this test, which is good. Thumbs up for us, because remember in class I kept saying we weren't going to make it to the end. Excuse me. Okay, so question 1, the 25-minute question, is going to be concept application. That's going to be a traditional FRQ like we've been practicing in class, where you get a scenario and then you're asked to apply the certain concepts. So remember your SOTAs there, right? Define your terms, apply your terms. So what question 1 is designed to do, it's designed to assess your ability to explain behavior using psychological theories and perspectives. Okay, in an authentic context, that means apply it to the scenario. So question 1, you guys should be good on. We've been doing that all year. We've been practicing that all year. And I think you guys have a great understanding of how to do that. And I've seen huge improvement in most of you in doing that. Question 2 is going to be a little bit different this year. It's going to be the 15-minute question, and it's going to be on research application. And units 1 and 2 in psychology covered research application. So you're going to need to understand the psychological perspectives and how they look at problems. You're going to need to know a little bit about statistics, nothing that you need a calculator for. You're going to be able to have to analyze graphs and charts using data, identifying different types of research, whether it's a case study or an experiment or correlational study. So question 2 is designed to assess your ability to analyze psychological research. So you're probably going to get some sort of study, some sort of research, and you're going to have to apply some things to it. This is where, if I were preparing for this, I'd start thinking and reviewing about, different types of variables and how we select people to be in groups, random selection, etc. Also, interpreting data using graphs and charts. And guys, don't worry about this question. We're going to practice this after spring break. So this is going to be more of your scientifics type question. So some tips and tricks for taking the test. What I've got for you so far, based on what I know, is you can still use SOTAs when you're typing. You can capitalize, you can underline, you can bold things to make them stand out. Again, if the timer that College Board provides is going to distract you, turn it off. But make sure you have some sort of alarm or something set to tell you when your time is up. I recommend you keep the timer on. I think you can ignore that little timer. It'll probably be in the bottom corner of your screen. So most of you have more than one AP exam that you're taking. So some general tips here. Within about a week of exams starting, and your other teachers are going to be in touch with you to tell you when your exams are and what time they're at, I suggest that you start to adjust your sleep schedule. I know some of you, not being in school, are probably sleeping at times that you're generally not, while you're in school, sleeping during. Make sure you're awake at least an hour before exam time. Okay, get up, take a shower, go through your routine, eat breakfast, eat lunch, have a snack in front of you, have water with you or some sort of drink as you're taking your exam. Basically make sure you're awake and perked up and ready to take your exam. Find a place that's comfortable with good lighting. to take your exam. I don't suggest doing it from your bedroom or from your bed, unless, your bedroom, maybe if you have a desk in there that you're used to working at, that's fine. I don't suggest lying in bed and taking your exam. Go sit at the kitchen table, the dining room table, somewhere. Let your family know, whoever's in the house with you, that you need silence and no distractions during this hour. You need to be able to focus on your exam without somebody interrupting you. With that said, during the exam, if you had taken this exam at school, you would have had to turn your phones off and put them away. Unless you're using your phone for taking the exam, I suggest not even having it in the same room you're in. So you're not in the middle of, writing your sentence, getting, an Instagram post or a Snapchat or a text from someone that's going to distract you and take you off on a tangent. So find a silent place, no distractions, someplace that's comfortable but not too comfortable. Remember the Yerkes-Dodson law that we talked about. We need some stress in our life to perform optimally. So, if you're snuggled up in your bed with your pillows and your blankies, taking your AP exam, you're probably not going to perform as well as if you're sitting someplace and working in a scholarly manner. The other thing that you need to know is you can have access to your textbook, your notes, the internet, all of that. You're going to have access to this. So looking every single thing up is going to slow you down. Right? Remember, you only have 25 minutes and 15 minutes. But you can make sure you have your textbook with you. Make sure you have all your notes with you. Those one-pagers are a great, great thing to have. If you've got them printed out in your notebooks, that's great. Your reading guides, those are good things to have. Any class notes, and your textbook. Have all that available. Give yourself whatever advantage you can, but just remember that you're not going to have time to look every single thing up. So when you're going through the questions, answer what you know first, okay? If there's stuff that you know off the top of your head that you don't need to look up, answer that. Answer that part of the question. Then you can go back and look stuff up, review, and answer the rest of the questions. Okay, so these are just good test-taking tips. With that said, okay, the fact that you have access to your notes, to your textbook, to the internet, College Board is really stressing that they are going to prevent cheating. How they're going to do this, I'm not 100% sure. But when you log in to take the test, you're going to be asked confidential questions, presumably ones that only you can answer. So that will avoid having someone else take the exam for you. They are going to use anti-plagiarism software, things like you're probably used to Turnitin, maybe in your English classes or other classes. So no cutting and pasting off of the internet, no copying word for word out of the textbook. That's the easy stuff for them to find and to catch you on. I'm going to see all your responses before College Board scores them this year. They're going to send them all to me. So I'll be able to identify any inconsistencies in your classwork. If you are consistently writing C FRQs in class, and all of a sudden you got 100% and you're, writing eloquently, and I'm going to think, maybe you got lucky, but maybe there's some inconsistencies there. So I'm going to see your work. So remember that. College Board says they're taking other steps to prevent cheating that they're not sharing with the public. So I don't know what kind of software, what kinds of things they have behind the scenes. But what they have said is if they find you cheating, College Board is going to invalidate your test, right? So you will not get a score on your test. And they will report that to any colleges that you have requested through College Board any of your scores be sent to, things like your SAT scores, your PSAT scores, stuff like that. So you don't want to cheat. I know as teenagers, your minds are already turning and like, how can I do this? How do I do this without having to study? The answer is you can't. You're going to have to study. You are going to have a crutch with your notes and your book with you, but you still need to prepare for this exam. And don't worry about that, guys. We're going to have plenty of time. After spring break, we have 4 weeks. We've got 4 weeks until this test. So we'll have plenty of time to prepare you and get you ready to practice for this. Okay, so some last things, some links that might help you in this presentation here. Trevor Packer, he is sort of an AP guru. He works for College Board. He's got a presentation. It's a video you can watch about the new styles of tests. That's going to give you information on all the different tests, not generally psychology. There is a website on the College Board website. They have a link to their security measures, how they're going to prevent cheating, so you can go there. There's a full testing schedule on the College Board website. Like I said, most of you have different APs. I know AP US is on May 15th, and AP World is on May 21st. Those are the two that I know off the top of my head, but other than that, you might have other APs that you need to look at the schedule for. There is an AP Testing for Students page. You can get updates there if you check that link. It'll give you any updates. You might get them before I get a chance to give them to you. This one here, guys, this link, College Board's review on YouTube, that I've shared with you already. That's where College Board is doing daily review sessions. Hopefully some of you have been looking at those. Hopefully they've been helpful for you. I'm going to start maybe assigning some of those after spring break with some note-taking guides, things like that, to help us review content. The last link here is if you need technology assistance. College Board is going to work with folks who don't have access to the technology that they need. There's a link there you can follow to get that information. Okay, so no worries, guys, no stress. I don't want to stress you guys out. By the end of April, okay, College Board is going to release some information to me that I can share with you to help you review. There'll be some review information, some practice questions, some practice online questions that we can practice writing and submitting, so we're comfortable with that. So the first time that you use College Board's platform to take this test shouldn't be test day. We'll go through the process. College Board's going to give me access to that. They're going to give me some practice things that we can do. Okay, so no worries about that. After spring break, that's all coming. Scores. When this year is going to be a little bit quicker than normal. Normally, you don't get scores back from your AP tests until July. College Board has said that everything completed should be available by the end of May. I have no idea how they're going to do this, but that's what they've said. Again, we're only going to be tested on material in units 1 through 7. After the test, after May 19th, we have a month of school left, guys, almost. We have about 3 weeks of school left. So we'll have some time to go back and look at some of the things that we didn't get a chance to look at. Things like psychological disorders, social psychology, which this coronavirus is social psychology in action, guys. Just, watch the news. And you're learning social psychology. This is going to make for a great, great research study down the road. So we'll get to all that stuff. Okay, so that's all I've got for you. Hopefully this was helpful to you. Hopefully, it was helpful to see my face, maybe. I wish I could see your faces. And everybody, stay safe. Keep washing your hands. Use your hand sanitizer. Hopefully you have enough toilet paper in your house. And everything is going to be okay, guys, and hopefully I will get to see you all, especially my seniors. Hopefully I will get to see you all again before you disperse and take off for college. So again, any questions, reach out to me. You know how to find me. Email, remind. Keep doing your work in Canvas. You guys have been great. I enjoy the questions. I enjoy having conversations with you. If anybody wants to set up a time to have a one-on-one conversation with me, we can do that using Microsoft Teams. So just let me know if you'd like to do that, and have a good week. If I don't talk to you again, I hope you all have a wonderful spring break, time to check out from schoolwork, and I will talk to you again soon.